feels good to be back. Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a fabulous holiday season. I know I did. I'm well rested, and I am so happy that I took the time that I did off. It was lovely. We had a great holiday season. I ended up getting sick on Christmas Eve, and so I didn't get to enjoy that. I stayed up long enough to watch the grandkids open gifts, and I cooked dinner, and then I excused myself and I went to bed. But I'm all better now and feeling really good. Ernie and I have been taking down Christmas decor. Today we needed to get the outside taken care of, but he was really great at helping me get the house undecorated. It took a while. We took our time, but it's great. He took the week off after Christmas till New Year's. He goes back on the 5th, and so it's been really nice having his help. This morning I decided to go ahead and whip up a loaf of sourdough, which will take 24 hours to ferment, so I won't be baking it until the next morning. But I wanted to go ahead and get that all done and set aside before I got into my regular housekeeping. Sourdough has been really fun for me. Once I was not afraid of the sourdough starter and realized, that it's easy to feed and use the discard for recipes or make bread or what have you. It got really easy and it's just been really fun. You can see here I have a baking station now because that's how much I've been doing it. So we always have fresh bread here in the house. Ernie found a great store about an hour away. It's a farm store, and all of the flour, everything is milled fresh. So I went ahead and bought a 20-pound bag when we were there. I got these big jars, the big jar of the flour, the fresh milled flour, and then I got the pastry and one other type of dough. I also want to get into making my own pasta, so that's going to be really fun. They sell everything there. They sell everything to make pasta and pizza dough, and it's just a really fun store. We had a blast when we went in there. About an hour away. I don't remember what city it's in, but totally worth the drive. So anyways, I have a baking station now because it gets used often throughout the week, and it's just been a real fun to do. And everybody looks forward to a fresh loaf of bread in the dough box. Or the bread box, I should say. Not the dough box, but the bread box. I'm going to go ahead and get my mess cleaned up. We're just going to be doing a little bit of housework. I needed to water some plants. I needed to tidy up a little bit in the office, get some laundry started. It was New Year's Day, and we went to bed early. We went to bed at 9 o'clock, so we didn't ring in the new year. Um, and that is typical for us. We don't stay up until midnight anymore. It's going to be 2026 or January 1st the next morning, no matter what. We just don't ring in the new year anymore. We used to in California. It was nice because we could ring the new year in at 9 p.m. and then go to bed. And now we can't because we have to stay up till 11 if we want to ring the new year in. And we just don't do that anymore. So I got these 3 myrtles. I am so excited. I've been wanting topiaries for a very long time. And then Ernie and I drove out to Chattanooga one day to the Shop on Main, one of my favorite stores. It's actually in Ottawa, Tennessee, near Chattanooga. And one of the vendors had these 3 urns, and I was so excited to find them because I knew this is exactly how I wanted to place the myrtles on my coffee table. I got one of the myrtles on Etsy, the one in the center there, and he trimmed it before he shipped it out to me. And then when we were in Chattanooga, we went to our favorite nursery there, and they had myrtles, so I picked up 2. Now thinking back, I should probably just got the 3rd one. That way they all matched. But we're going to give them a good mist. I need to transplant the 2. It's just that if I do, because they're taller, they're going to be taller than the one in the middle. So that's why one's sitting down lower, or higher, I should say, than the other 2. But I love the way that this looks. This is leftover from the Christmas plant that I had on my coffee table. I just transplanted it into this little dish here, or this little pot here. And I also found a plate at the antique store to put underneath that pot. I think it turned out really good. So, I want to hear all about your guys' holiday season. Did you guys have a lot of family in town? Did you go out of town? Was it quiet? Was it noisy? Was it busy? I feel like December just came and went in a blink of an eye. It was so quick. I'm moving outside now to help Ernie start taking down the decor. I helped take down the decor on the front porch. He was removing the lights from all of our bushes and trees. He was also trimming some trees in our yard. Our two maples, some valley maples in the back, had some branches that needed to be taken, and then the one in the front had a limb that needed to come down, so he was taking care of that. While I was undecorating this, I'm going to help him take down some of the lights, and then that was it. I went back inside to finish the housework, but I wanted to give him a hand here on the front porch. What's the weather been like where you guys are at? It's been so frigid, so cold here. It should just snow and get it over with. It's cold enough to snow, but there's no snow. And Ernie and I were just talking the other day about how it's the first Christmas since we moved here that we haven't had snow on the ground. It's wild. But we still have the rest of January and February, so we shall see if we get any at all. I know we're in the battle zone this year because of the El Nino, La Nina, whatever they call it. I don't know. Either way, it's cold. It's been really, really cold. I mean, down to like single digits for a couple of nights. It was wild. But let me know what the weather's like where you guys are at. You know, getting the house all decorated is always fun and it's always so beautiful to see, but taking it down, my goodness, it's a lot of work. And kudos to Ernie because he had to find a place to put all of this stuff. And since we got those overhead storage bins, it's nice to get all those bins up off of the ground in the garage, but you've got to take them down, you've got to fill them up, and then you've got to put the full ones back up on those shelves, and that's not easy. So kudos to him for taking care of that. While he was doing the rest of this, I went back inside, and we had a couple of tubs left over that we needed to, well, Ernie had filled them up. This is all new stuff, so we had to go buy 2 new tubs. Like, we needed more tubs. We need more tubs like we needed a hole in our head. I'm telling you, we've got so much stuff. When the kids move out, my daughter-in-law's taking a bunch of stuff from the attic, and that's going to be my time to get that attic organized and cleaned out, and I cannot wait to do that. So, looking forward to that. They're going to start looking here in the spring, and well, they said they want to be in their new home by March, April. I think that's what they said. So, pretty soon here. It's going by really quick, and it's been such a joy to have them here. The cat is annoying sometimes, but he's really a good cat. He really is, and he's super attached to Ernie. So when they're not here, and Ernie's here, he wants to be near Ernie. It's crazy because Ernie's, like I told you guys, is not a cat lover, but the cat loves him. So he's actually a really good cat. If we had to choose a cat to come live with us, that would be the cat that you'd want because he is so good. He never bothers anything. Every once in a while, he goes where he's not supposed to go. He likes those 2 tables in the living room. He gets caught every once in a while up there. A matter of fact, just a little bit ago, he was caught on one of those, and he gets shouted at, and then he doesn't do it for a while. But it's typically because he just wants to see the twins, I call them. We have 2 black and white cats that roam our neighborhood, and I call them the twins, and they like my backyard. I told you guys about that. They use the fountain, the bird bath, for drinking water. So he sits there and shouts at them when they come in the back, or they like the front porch too. When I was cleaning the front porch, obviously, if you guys saw me take a really close look at one of my chairs, it's because there was a bunch of cat hair on there. Obviously, one of the cats has been curling up on these really cold nights to sleep. So anyways, but he's a really good cat. He hasn't been a problem at all. The kids are really good about keeping up with him. So like I said, if we're gonna have a cat, that would be the cat. But like I said, they're moving in March, April, or that's their goal anyways. They're looking for new construction, I believe. So I'm not really sure how that's all going to work out. But either way, the time has gone really quickly. So I'm just finishing up here in the office. I wanted to give it a good vacuum. You see all those pictures I have on my little table there, my son and daughter-in-law. gave me family photos for Christmas, and oh, that is my favorite gift to get. Not my favorite frames, but I'm just happy that she framed them, period. And it was nice to be able to set those up right away and display them. Just beautiful family photos. So I'm going to get some laundry started, get this tablecloth we had used at the winery a few days ago. It's the Arlington Winery. It's really nice here in Middle Tennessee. So we went there and I used the tablecloth on one of the picnic tables, so I needed to get that washed, dried, and folded and put away, make the bed really quick, and get a couple of little pieces of laundry put away. My New Year's Eve outfit, which was sweats. I saw a meme that said, I don't want to brag or anything, but I have my sweats picked out for New Year's Eve. That's totally me. Ernie and I had a great dinner. I'm actually going to be cooking with you guys in this video. I'm going to be using the leftover roast chicken that I made for our New Year's Eve dinner. I made French onion, baked potatoes, a lovely roast chicken, and we had broccolini. It was so good. And I always like to try and re-envision dinner from the day before, so I'm going to do some pasta with that. A walnut pasta, actually. We're going to be making that in this video, but now that I got the room cleaned, I wanted to come in and get these dishes I had washed earlier, dried, and put away so that the kitchen was nice and fresh and clean. And it felt really good to kind of reset the house a little bit. We had the little odds and ends of Christmas still left over, and that was it, but it feels so good. My house doesn't feel empty this year, which is really nice, and I think that's because I didn't go overboard or super colorful for Christmas this year. So when I took everything down, it just seemed clean, neat, and organized. One of my goals when everybody is home, especially like during the holidays, is to try and stay on top of my laundry and try and stay on top of my routine. And even though it wasn't a Monday, but it kind of felt like it because it was New Year's Day, I just wanted to make sure to get all of the laundry done. So I was concentrating on washing it, drying it, folding it, and getting it all put away. So you're going to see me do a couple of loads here. It's always a nice feeling when you get that taken care of and you don't have little piles here and there, which I tend to do sometimes because I've mentioned before, laundry isn't my favorite. That and cleaning the shower, I can't absolutely stand it. I've been doing a good job at keeping the housework up, though. I cleaned the bathroom really good the other day, our bathroom really good the other day. So that felt really good, and that was the only thing I accomplished on that day as far as housework went. And that's how I keep my house clean, as I tell people all the time, if you want to keep a neat, tidy, organized home, this is a channel for you. We do things throughout the year to keep our homes neat, tidy, and organized. I have a daily routine of housework that I do just to keep up on the house, and then I do 1 to 3 extra things, usually maybe twice a week, and that is, what helps to keep the house neat and tidy. So it might be the baseboards, or it might be a good scrub down of the bathroom, or something like that. Other than that, I'm just doing like wipe down of the counters and, try and stay on top of the commode and that kind of thing. But if I am doing my regular housework, I always try and add 1 up to 3 things, depending on what it is, of extra housework, and that's just how I keep my house neat, tidy, and organized throughout the week. Now that I've got that taken care of, or throughout the year, not the week, now that I've gotten the laundry going, I'm going to go ahead and start on dinner. It was about 4 o'clock now, and I'm just going to take the roast oven out, or the roast chicken out of the refrigerator. I can't talk today. What's going on? And I'm going to get that put in a pan, wrap it with some foil, and put it in the oven to reheat it. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and make my pesto. So this isn't just a regular pesto sauce that you make with pine nuts and basil. It's I'll leave the recipe. It's not my recipe. I'll leave it down below for you guys, a link. It was so good. It's a, oh gosh, sun-dried tomato pesto, and it was so good. It called for maple syrup in the recipe. I wasn't craving anything, and I'm sure the maple syrup is just to balance out the sun-dried tomatoes, like the tartness of it. So I didn't use as much as the recipe called for. I just put a little tiny bit in my sauce. I feel like if I would have put more, it would have been too sweet. So, and I also doubled the recipe. So, but it was really good. I made it with walnuts. The recipe called for sunflower seeds, or really any nut of your choice. I happen to have a fresh bag of walnuts, so decided to use that. So the first thing that I needed to do is get those soaking in some hot water for about 10 minutes. And then I'm just adding all of the ingredients. It's super simple, super fast, a great weeknight dinner if you're not in the mood to cook, because it's fresh and it's super simple. And it took very few ingredients. Now I did have to go to the store and get some sun-dried tomatoes and some basil. I didn't have that on hand. But I feel like those are two things that I typically do have in my fridge. I just didn't happen to have it on this day. And then a lemon. So I just had to pick up, those things. And like I said, it was the quickest, easiest dish to make, and it was really, really good. But again, mentioning, I would absolutely not add what the recipe called for as far as the maple syrup. That's just preference, personal preference. I felt like it would have been too sweet. So I'm just getting all the ingredients put into my Ninja so that I can get that to blend it up. The last ingredient I needed was some hot pasta water. So I have the water getting ready to boil so I can put my pasta in there. And once it started to boil, I was able to pull out a couple of cups of that, and then I reserved the pasta water because I made way too much, which is great. I like having leftover pasta in the fridge, and we will eat on it for a few days for sure. But I do reserve the pasta water because it's great to help thin out, especially this type of a pasta with this kind of a sauce. So anyways, I reserved that. So I pull the pasta directly out of the hot water and put it into a bowl. That way I could reserve the water. I wanted to show you guys what Ernie got me. This was one of my gifts along with a beautiful necklace. I love that. And then here's my dough, my bread dough, after about 7 hours. So I'm excited to bake that tomorrow. It's going to be lovely to have a fresh loaf of bread in the morning. Anyways, simple, easy, just adding the water to the blender, getting that all blended up, pulling the pasta out of the water, tossing it, topping it with some Parmesan cheese, and this was so good. I didn't show the chicken, didn't feel like I needed to. Pulled it out of the oven, Ernie cut it up, and everybody served themselves a plate of pasta and some chicken. This pasta was delicious, and I would definitely make it again. I hope that you guys got some motivation today. I'm so happy that you guys joined me and stayed till the very end. I appreciate you guys. It's good to be back, and thanks again for staying till the end, guys. I hope you got some motivation, some inspiration to cook something delicious in your kitchen today. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.